You are witnessing the greatest FPS player of all time. The trickster himself, transitioning into a humbly visual novel game. The most competitive FPS gamer to ever live this history is now playing Everlasting Summer. Let's get right into it though. Waka waka eh eh. What is this game? There are women! I do not associate with women! See, the only language I know is English. I lied because I also know Turkish. Why is there no audio? What the fuck? All the heroines are of 18 years old and have confirmed their consent of participating in this game in written form. What the fuck does that even mean? How did complete fictional, imaginary, fully drawn or whatever, how the fuck ever you made it, gave consent to you? What the fuck did you do? Did you go to ChatGPT? Hey, can I give consent? Can you give me consent? The fuck you mean? Anyway, the game does not contain any propaganda of voluntary or not ending one's life. Not a single mascot, animal, or human was hurt during the creation of this game. Happy reading. I hope fucking so. Like usually when games are created, they don't kill animals, but yeah, whatever. Once again, where's the audio? The name Shekha. Wait, how to speak Russian? Oh, there's the audio. I was having the dream once again. That dream, same thing every night. But it's all forgotten in the morning. Okay, I gotta stop. As usual. Maybe it's for the best. What do you mean it's for the best? Only a glimpse of memory will remain of gates, half opened as if inviting me somewhere, with two frozen stone pioneers standing close by. And also, that strange girl who keeps asking me, hey yo! I don't know why I'm having so much fun, the game didn't even start! Will you come with me? Of course! Come? But where? And why? And where am I anyway? Of course, if it all happened during your life, I would certainly have been scared. Shiver me timbers! Well, what else would one expect to feel? But this is just a dream. The same one I see every night. Okay, there must be a reason. You don't have to know where or why to realize something is really happening. For your information, once again, I have to remind all of you, this is my first visual novel ever. Okay? I do not know where the game is going. I do not know how the game is gonna continue. And certainly the most important part, I do not know. Something desperately seeking my attention. Since everything that surrounds me here is real. Okay? As real as things get at my own flat. I can open the gate, hear the thing squeak, brush the rumbling rust away with my hand, inhale the fresh cool air and shiver from the cold. Any comment or critic towards my reading is completely acceptable. Please let me know. I could, but to do that I would need to pick myself up and take a step, move my hand. Is my father talking to me? What the fuck? But this is a dream, I understand that. But what of it? What does my understanding change? Oh, okay, interesting. Because here it's just like on the other side of the cracked screen of an old TV, which struggles to fight against static noise and strives to show its audience everything without a missing single detail. Damn! This was the longest essay I ever read. Picture is getting blurry. I kinda get the point though. I must be waking up soon. Okay. Is she waking up? Maybe I should ask her something. Now you think of that? The girl? What's her name? About the stars, for instance. Why the stars, though? I'd rather ask about the gates. Oh, this gate. I don't know what it says, but yeah. Yes, the gates. Should we be surprised? She would be surprised. Or better, why the dot over an I was called the title, but the dot over a J was called a superscript dot. Nice letters. as if they don't exist anymore. Still, what do letters, gates, and stars have to do with this place? Because even if I'm having this dream every night, which will be forgotten soon anyway, I've got to look for answers here and now. And there, if you look carefully, you can see the Magellanic clouds, as if I ended up in the southern hemisphere. Interesting. In a dream, in a dream that, man, in a dream there are small things that catch your attention. An unnatural color of grass, true, impossible curves of straight lines, or your own distorted reflection. While the real danger, which could put an end to everything right here and now, seems trivial. To be completely fair, I have full control of my dreams 24/7, so the grass is any color. It's like, when people ask, is the grass greener than the other side? Nah, motherfucker, it's red. But yeah, it's natural, since here you cannot die. I know it for sure, I've done it 100 times. But if you cannot die, is there a point in living? I should ask the girl, she's local, she should know. Yes, exactly. Who is she talking to? Herself? I should ask her about the owl, for example. Which owl? There is no owl. But okay. One strange bird it is. Though it doesn't matter. You read it for me. Will you come with me? I will. And every time I have to answer, it's the only way. Otherwise the dream will never end and I will never wake up. Okay. Fair enough. So I have to ask questions. I'll come with you. I do not fear death. Every time it's so hard to decide on the answer. Where am I? What am I doing here? Who is she? And why does so much in my life depend on this answer? Or maybe it doesn't. It's just a dream after all. Just a dream. Yay! Keyboard. I have one of those. Why is it 5 FPS? Is that normal? Yo, what's going on? I can't see anything. There we go. Is that? I know that girl. She's from that mustache thing. It was when I was a kid. I used to see it on TV. The computer screen stared at me as if it was alive. Whoa, whatever. It's not alive, but yeah. I have two of them. Sometimes it really didn't seem to me that it was conscious of itself, had its own thoughts and wishes, ambitious, that it had feelings, could love and suffer. That computer looks way too old to have that. My computer has a higher chance of having life than that one. And that's a monitor. As if in our relationship the screen wasn't an instrument, it was me who was a lifeless place of plastic and textile. Perfectly put. He just described me. There is some truth in that, probably because the computer provides 90% of my communication with the outside world. God damn! Anonymous image board, some chats from time to time. Rarely ICQ or Jabber and forums, even more rarely. Damn! What do you do? People on the other end of the internet cable simply do not exist. What do you mean? All of them are simply creation of its sick imagination. An error in the source code or kernel bug, which started living a life on its own. I don't know if it's the game completely designed that way to drop FPS and come back, because my PC is not a potato. If one looked at my existence from the outside, such thoughts would seem crazy. A psychologist would surely give me a bunch of sophisticated diagnosis and maybe write me a doctor's referral to the loony bin. Just say insane asylum, man. Whatever. Loony bin. Whatever, man. Small apartment with no signs of repair or any semblance of order in it, and always the same view out the window on the grey megalopolis running somewhere where day and night. Such are the conditions of my life. What are these? Well, of course, it didn't all start like this. I was born. Wow! No fucking way! Congratulations! Went to school and finished it, like all the others. I was accepted at a university where I spent a year and a half trailing behind and struggling. Fair. I drifted through several jobs. Fair. Sometimes I was working out quite well, sometimes I was even getting decent money for it. Fair. But it all felt like it was not mine, as if taken from another man's biography. They're just describing a 9 to 5. I wasn't living life to its fullest. It was looping over and over in monotone circles. Like in the movie Groundhog Day. I don't know that movie. It's just that I had no choice in how to spend my day, and every day repeated itself. The same vicious spiral. 9 to 5. A spiral of emptiness, misery, and despair. 9 to 5. Slavery. For the last few years, I just sat in front of the screen all day. Sometimes there were menial jobs. Sometimes my parents helped me. Valid. On and all, I was able to provide for myself. Valid. No wonder, really, since my needs are quite minor. I hardly ever leave my home, and communication with other people almost exclusively consists of online correspondence with the anonymous, who have no real name, no gender, no age. Just putting it out there, the words doesn't have to be that big, man. So in brief, a quite typical life of a quite typical antisocial person of his time. Kind of Donnie Darko of a minor scale without doomsday or related visions. Maybe some highly respected author will write a novel about me and it will become a contemporary classic of modern literature. I would say that's exactly what's happening, but the author said this is completely fictional. He might be lying. Or I will write one myself. However, what's the fun of fooling myself? I tried many times, but couldn't even come up with a simple short story. You suck. I tried to learn many other things as well. Not gifted enough to draw. I feel like the switch of games from visual novels to from FPS and story, like action story games, to this takes away my empathy. I tried to learn many other things as well. Not gifted enough to draw. Guilty. Programming got bored. Guilty. Foreign languages takes too much time. Guilty. The only thing I loved doing was reading, but I still never would have called myself a scholar. You aren't. Perhaps I was an ace at watching anime and a grandmaster of lame internet jokes. Guilty. If I were to get paid for it, I would probably be a happier person and a richer person too. But I doubt it would fill the hole inside me. It wouldn't. Nice scene. Today was another typical day of a typical failure's typical life. How many typical are there? And today is the day when I have to go to my university reunion. Damn. Frankly speaking, I really don't want to. What is the point? The time I spent with them was so short. However, okay, I'm going back to the fun stuff to make it more engaging for me. I don't care about you guys. However, I was persuaded by a friend, my former university mate, and one of the few. What the fuck's happening to my neck? Hello? Okay. With whom I kept in touch other than the internet. Okay. What's happening? Light, moon, snow, buildings, more snow, car sounds, car, yo! Whatever that is. Man walking with jacket. Is that me? I thought there was 5 ladies. That was, bro. I know a spot. Frosty evening, bus stop, waiting. I never liked winter. Whatever, man. Though hot summer is not my season either. Okay, now I agree. It's just that I see no reason to point out any particular time of the year. It doesn't matter much that the weather outside when you stay at home 24/7. True. The bus today was running so late that I was about to curse it all and spend my last few hundred rubles for a taxi. The idea of just returning home didn't cross my mind for some reason. As usual, millions of thoughts flew through my mind, but there was not a single useful one to seize on. Such a thought that you could bring into existence gave a shape, turned into an idea, put into practice. Maybe I could start my own business. I would start. But where would I get the money from? Your father. Or maybe I could go back to working in an office. You should. No, no, no way. I agree. Maybe I should try freelancing. But what skills do I have and who would want me after all? This guy is so negative, bro. Like, maybe I should drink water. No, no, no. What if I get healthy? The fuck? I suddenly remembered my childhood. Or rather my teen years, the time I was 15, 17 years old. Peak. Why exactly those years? No idea. Everything was much more simple. I can just click the screen. Yeah. Waking up in the morning, I knew exactly how my day was going to pass, and I was always eagerly looked forward to the weekend. Then I could get some rest and have time for the things I like. Computer, football, going out with friends. Makes sense. And then at beginning of next week, I'd take my studies again. Back then, there was no such worrying questions like why, who needs it, what will change if I do it, or what will not change. A simple lifestyle so casual for any normal person, and so odd to myself today. Wow, that is so true though. That careless childhood age. It was also then that I met my first love. Her appearance and personality have vanished from my memory. That is so sad, but true. Only her name remains, like a brief line from a social network profile, along with the feelings which overwhelmed me when I was with her. Affection, tenderness, the desire to care for her and to protect her. Sadly, it didn't last long. Today, I can hardly imagine something like that happening. I would probably like to meet a girl, but I don't know how to start a conversation. What on earth to discuss and how to attract her? Oh, is that what the five girls are gonna do? Well, I haven't met any suitable girls for a long time. Bro, you are not a suitable man in the first place. But where could I meet one anyway? Car. The sound of an engine brought me back to reality. A bus pulled over. There was something abnormal about it though. I thought, shit, need to go back to primary school for my reading, bro. Then again, it doesn't matter. Only the 410 runs this route. Let's go! Home! 5 hot chicks incoming. Heaven! Oh shit, what the hell is going on? Street lights pass me by. It's as if their core light sparks inside me, trying to ignite feelings long dead. Or maybe not ignite, just awaken them. Because those feelings, they have been living in me for a long time, slumbering and waking up again. The driver's radio was playing some very familiar tune. Is it tune or tune? But I wasn't listening to it. Your fault. I was watching the cars passing by through the fogged up window. Because people are always rushing somewhere, chasing something they need, stuck in their own little worlds. Why would they care about mine? They probably have their own serious problems, or maybe they have much easier lives. You can't know for sure since all people are different. Or are they? Sometimes someone's actions can easily be predicted, but if you try to look inside his soul, you will only see impenetrable darkness. Man, you're negative as hell. The bus was approaching downtown and my thoughts were interrupted by the bright city lights. Hundreds of billboards, thousands of cars, millions of people. I watch this light show and somehow I get terribly sleepy. And my eyes close just for a moment and then the dream again? Is it the dream again? Oh shit. Oh shit. Animation. Anime of the year. Kidding. Is that like episode 1, act 1, or whatever? That looks really nice. Colors in his eyes, finally. Life, bro. That's what life is. Go touch some grass, even if they're black. Oh shit! Oh shit! Is that his first girlfriend? I can't read the name, unfortunately. Oh no, it's not. Another girl, let's go! What the fuck? Why are they all so interested in him? Okay, unnecessary. That looks like a child, bro. Okay. He got hard. Unnecessary, bro. Alright. Makes sense. Makes sense.